Okay, Aries. This is your Happy New Year, Merry Christmas reading. This will be a reading for the winter season of 2019, or sorry, well, 2021 to 20 and 22. So I'm going to get started here. I've got separated into work, spiritual, and an extended romance. So we'll get into it. First card on the spiritual side. Here we go. For Aries, respect your boundaries. Yeah. Give me a moment here. Yeah, I feel a gracefulness in here. I feel like it's your instinct saying, don't let anybody tread on these boundaries. Do we have boundaries? Have we laid boundaries? If we do, respect them. I feel like this may be the energy that is softly landing on the Aries to be able to get them to go forward more gracefully. Okay, the next card. Have courage. Have courage to stand up for what you've laid here. And notice again the softness in the eyes. The Leo has great power here in this card, but he does not have to enforce it. If he uses grace, he can get things done quite softly. And that's the sense I think they're trying to impart on the Aries here, is don't be brash and too bold. The Aries carries naturally a sense of you listen to me kind of energy. They naturally carry this, so it does not, if it is played into by the Aries to embellish that energy, it can come off as way overbearing. So they're wanting you to sit in your grace. We have something here we need to stand up for, so we just need to do that without too much force, is what they're saying. So this ain't bad for energy for Aries, the field here. The next card is show that you care. Okay, I'm getting a sense here that we're teaching someone how to treat us or learning right along in this way. Oh, excuse me. I had a coffee. Down to coffee before I started. So there's a sense here that we may have some compassion for someone who we may have also had to lay boundary to. And they're going, this is why we want to be in grace here, because we also want to deal with that person in the end. We want this person to come forward, but we want to lay our boundaries softly so that we can go forward with them included. That is, if they abide by the boundary rule. Okay, next card. On top of respecting your boundaries, the energy we have from above is 5 of water. Emotionally charged drama. This may get us into trouble here. They're going, this is what we carry. This is what we want you to carry. You can lay boundaries and not have to be like they're showing fire coming from here, but notice, like in my mind, they're going, this is the Aries breathing fire, but we can do this gracefully. Okay, so there is some emotionally charged drama here. Either we're coming from, or someone may be coming to us in that energy, and this is what we may have to lay boundary to. So next card, having the courage for what? The above card says air. Okay, it's the 6 of air. And here it speaks to an animal guide, but it always also speaks to knowledge. Give me a moment here. Taking in our surroundings, right? This woman is in and amongst books and readings, and the sense is we're averting our attention to learn something here. So I feel like the have the courage to learn and take in our environment is really what I'm getting from the energies here. All those little fairies are all little things in our universe. Could be our own instinct shouting at us, could be our guts, bringing something on in the physical. It could be messages outside of us that are just shouting something in our way. And that's what I feel like we need guidance, but in an intuitive way, and we maybe need the courage to deal with that, to deal with our instinct more strongly. This is the sense. And that's that quiet quiet calm that says, we are surrounded by signs and signals. And this is the time to take that all in before we go forward. Because if we are in this emotionally charged drama and going to go outward to make havoc, if you will, we got to make sure that our instinct is lining up with everything that we see on the universe and have the courage to deal with all of that if it does not. Because if things don't line up in that way, if they're not congruent, or how does that work? Yeah, like in line, things are gonna, tower's gonna fall again here. But I feel a gracefulness. Now this may be what the universe is shooting at you. I feel that grace to handle things with dignity and in the flow and not get too overblown emotionally here. This is all what the universe is trying to give to you. Show that you care. What do we get there? 10 of Earth, perfect timing. Yeah, there may be a timing issue here on what it is that we want or how it is that we perceive things. Hold on here. The 10 of Earth, that is a completion cycle in the earthly realm here. There may be something that we're trying to put to bed, to rest, to trying to package up is the sense I'm getting. We may have instinct coming on the 3D, giving us signals as to where this is going to go or how to deal with this more efficiently, this kind of thing. Things that we are not taking into account on our mental mindscape, this is what they're alerting you to. So again, be aware for signs. Go outward like the universe talking to you through everything. And then take that all in and analyze it. Is it in congruence with where I'm going? Is it in line? Does it line up? This kind of thing. That's what they're wanting you to do here. Okay. Back to the emotional charged drama here. There is something that is either going to get us stirred up, is getting us stirred up, or whatnot. It's sort of a test here. Somebody may have crossed a boundary here and is getting us hopping mad. Now the sense here is to deal with grace with this. They always keep telling me, just like a child, you expect them to do wrong, you're going to deal with this situation in the same way. The child has crossed a boundary, you put them back and you say, no, that's the boundary you cannot cross. And then you set them back. You keep setting them back in their corner until they do right. If they do not do right, then we keep whatever. The boundary, right, is looking over the boundary. Okay, on top of that, emotionally charged drama, what do we got here? The Hangman. Now, in this card is a very interesting scenario here. Is different than the usual, but nonetheless tied up. Preparation. Unfortunately, I feel, well, there's two sides to the story here. Whoever it is that we are dealing with here, okay? The sense is that the Aries is the one being bound. Why? Because they may not be taking their instinct into account here, or any of the universal promptings are not being taken into account. Therefore, we become blind and we become unable to move and things are stagnant. Okay? This is what they're relaying. Now, in the same breath here, there is a partner that we may be dealing with, or the situation that we may be dealing with. I feel like both parties are in this way. We do not have the tools to sufficiently deal with this, and we're getting caught up in a different zone. Now, the preparation, they're letting me know that the opposing party to the Aries is very prepared with anything that the Aries comes forth in this chaos manner. But again, the universe does not want you to come forth in chaos. They want you to tame that. They want you to use your instinct and come from a more deeper part of you, and to speak the truth. Again here, this might be twisted. So we'll move on to the next card here. Have courage to look into your instinct, to listen to your instinct, and to follow your instinct. This is, oops, wrong way. This is what they want you to do. Everything's part of the reading. Going in the wrong way. But we may course correct quite quickly. Okay? So this may be, we may get strung up here in our emotional drama, but then calm ourselves enough to really get to the bottom of things here. Now, this is about animal guides. Again, there's an animal coming forth here. We may be at this time feeling closer to animals than people, like nobody's our friend, but this, animals may be our friend at this time. But the sense I'm getting is there's a lot of spiritual guidance around us, leading us down this road if we choose to listen. On top of there, we get the Seven of Pentacles, and this is about stasis, about being still. This is what's creating the stillness, the inability to tap into the instinct. There's a big cross there. There's something other than just us, right? From dealing with, because really, ultimately, spiritualism is bringing us out of ourselves in the here and now and bringing us to a higher vantage point. Now, this is what I feel we're trying to be guided to do, to tap into, to follow. Now, as we deal with the Ten of Earth, again, a closing of a cycle here. Show that you care. They're going, this is not a crime, to show that we have a heart. So there may be someone here that we have laid boundary to that has, we have quite a struggle here of being compassionate towards, is the sense. Now, on top of that, we get the Two of Pentacles, which is talking about reconciliation, but also about delay. Now, if you look at this woman, she's quite hurriedly running through. And then there's these two women in white. That, to me, symbolizes reconciliation energy, pure energy that wants to come forth, but this woman is rushing past. She's noticing the white energy, but she's going to be moving so fast that she's going to skip over it. So there's a sense there of this kind of energy field. And I think the whole thing here is, if I open this up to all these cards, we might be blind to see it, because if you notice too that her wardrobe there is in black, and who's tying her up? The ones in white. So what it's telling me is that we're trying to go forward in a negative energy towards someone, in an emotionally charged way, and we need to stop and think about the most positive way to do this, because we're being guided on all fronts here to not do that, to not go forward in a dark energy. And again, here's the two white pureness, and we're going quickly past that. So there is a sense here that we can be saved by a good energy, by really the energy of a reconciliation here happening. And I feel like on the side of the ARIES, that we either have to accept a reconciliation, or we don't have to do anything, or this is something that we need to, in our own way, we need to relay that to someone else. An apology of some sort. But the delay is telling me, like, there's two kind of pause cards here. One, I feel it's the ARIES sitting there going, I don't know if this is... One, they do not trust their instinct. They would rather just move and shake and make a mistake and rebalance after that, because it's in what the physical world. They do not want to invest in things that don't have a grounded center. Because of that, because of all of the good energy being where we can't touch and feel, we are going to have a hard time to grab onto it and move forward with it. It's just not going to feel natural and comfortable. But we are noticing the energy quite highly in our sphere in all areas. Why? Because the universe is pushing it 360 degrees. You're going to get nailed with some good stuff, good ideas, good feelings, and that's what we need to invest in. They're really trying to tie you up from going outward in a negative energy, and that's what we need to learn. Coming from grace, again, our boundaries need to be respected. If other people are infringing on that, just stay hold with that, and have the courage to go forth in calm. And what was the other word they gave me? Grace and dignity. Thank you. Yeah. So that's the spirituality reading. Pretty heavy. Okay. We'll see here what comes of work. Because we're going to go into work next here. So, for the work cards for Aries, first card we get is 18, the moon. Now, the moon is about illusions. It can be about wishes and dreams being fulfilled. It can also be about things that we do not understand. We do not, questions that need to be answered. The moon does follow into the day, like the moon is at night and the day follows the moon. The sun illuminates all that was the night before it in darkness. So there's this sense of, if there's something here that we are confused about, it will be illuminated soon. Maybe just the path that we're on in our career. Okay, next. 14, temperance. Yeah. The Aries is all about tempering themselves over this time. This is about kind of balance, control. It's about holding back, not indulging too much. I'm just going to stick with that. We'll go on to the next energy here. 13, the death card. Okay, yeah. I feel like we're in illusion about what we need to do for a career, or we just don't know where we want to go in our career set. What makes us happy? And this may be the illusion. It's like, I don't know what makes me happy. I haven't figured it out yet. But there are things behind her, like the crab coming out of the water, wanting to reveal themselves, but you just may not be looking in that direction. So at this time, I do feel like our career is not in the forefront, but there's going to be things to kind of avert our attention in that way. And we're supposed to temper ourselves here with the energy, especially overindulging in things that do not excite us, is the sense. Almost like forcing a direction. Wait a minute, is this a direction I truly want to go for long term, or that kind of thing, or is this something that truly would make me happy? We really have to indulge in that energy more. And then the death card is really simply saying to me that we may have an ending here to a cycle. We may overindulge in a certain area here in the career. May not understand if we like it or not, but it will come to a point where we figure it out. And I feel like it's over the winter season that we may indulge in something here to a degree that we just kind of jump right in headlong, and then we realize it's not for us. So then now either the opportunity doesn't take off and then we just drop it and run, or it's something that we indulge in and we realize we have no passion for, so then we drop it and run. Okay, let's see the tree cards, what kind of energy they bring forth here. So we started with the moon again, not sure what we want to do on a career, in our career, for a career. We may not have a career in mind that really stimulates us to a degree here so far. So on top of that energy, we get the oak tree again. Strength and endurance. So yeah, really what they're saying here is like the mighty oak stands strong, and this is something that we have to, it's kind of like, if you enjoy something, you will have a lot of energy on reserve for this. And I feel too, the endurance is about just keep going, keep moving in the way of your pleasure, meaning things that make you happy and things that you enjoy doing in a career-minded way, and we will eventually come across that. I do feel it is quite elusive for the Aries at this point. They do not know what strikes them, but they're going, just keep going, and each step that we take, we know this is not it, so we narrow things down. This is what they're saying here about the oak tree. Okay, on the temperance card, what do we get there? We get the woodbine plant, and it's talking about clarity and focus. See, this is the temperance, because the Aries is so unabout, like they just will go in a way with no hesitation. They may have to hesitate a little more and think a little more before they jump into things in order to realize, is this going to please me in the long run? A lot of times they just don't know, so they get in there and then they're like, oh yeah, no, I don't like this. That's the way that they do it, so that's the way they're going to have to get used to realizing this over time. And I feel like just stay focused in what you're doing and the clarity will come. That's really what they're saying there. Now, as we move on to the death, the ending energy, a house for sale, this kind of thing, it's leading me to believe that, we could be starting a business and then stopping a business kind of thing, like out of bankruptcy. I don't know, because they said the word bankruptcy, so we may not be able to bring something to fruition here in the way that we, again, one, we don't have a full passion for it, so we can't bring it to bear. It's not kind of in our field. And then two, we get, like I said, we jump into things here before we realize what we're doing. In some ways that's good, but for the Aries, they've done it a few times. We know where we shouldn't go already, is the sense they're giving me. Now on top of that, they get the Gorse card, passion and strength. Again, going to your passion, what evokes feelings of, I can't get enough of this. Like really, because when you want to find a career that suits you, it's something that you will not get bored of. You will not. It means something to you intrinsically from your heart, or you will feel it on all levels, emotionally. Not just, is this a smart money thing to do? Not just from there. Go from a point of saying, do I enjoy doing this? What would I do if you took money and living life out of the scenario? Meaning, if I didn't have to earn a living to make a life, what would I be doing? Oh, right away, somebody said, well, gardening. Or, oh, right away, well, I'd be, building wood houses because that's what makes me happy and I feel pretty, da-da-da. This is what you need to do. You need to take money off the table and look at what brings your passion and go more in that direction. Okay, the last set here for the work area as we bring the strength in. Again, the illusions will fall away the more that we get into areas that we don't like, the more we focus on things. Again, a lot of this can be learned up front if we give ourselves the time before we tap into things. But again, some people are just not going to go down that road. On top of the strength card, we get defeat, 5 of swords. So they're going, we have the strength, and that is an Aries trait where they really are, they lead the way. And a lot of people can learn vicariously through them because they go, oh yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to go, or they learn through that, period. 5 of Swords is about defeat, is about knowing when to give up and this kind of thing. And as long as we know when to do that, where we don't lose all that we have gained, meaning like, we don't invest everything that we have, all our eggs in one basket, that kind of thing. If we know what to do in this way, we will always come out on top because we will just continue to fine-tune those things and then go in the areas that we feel more driven. And again, the clarity and focus will come the more that we cancel out the things that we don't want. On top of the clarity, we get the Princess of Wands, and that is the adventurer. The great adventurer reaching for her star, her flower, or whatever there. And a great fire under her butt to get her moving. This is the Aries. This is your energy. The Princess of Wands trying to find her power source. And this is what really the universal energies are tapping into for you at this time. They want you to find it as well. And though we have not had or made headway in the past here, we've had some failures or, not been successful, we are going to continue to strive forward. So in a sense, this is not going to keep us down here. The tiger is not, laid to rest here. So on top of our passion and strength, again, that will come forth very strongly when we do hit closer to this area. What do we get there? We get the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is someone who is self-sufficient. He is the king, so he's very stable. He's very situated here. Now, this could be someone in your field that you were striving to get close to, is the sense. Or this could be just someone here that carries success in a way that we want to rise to this as well. This kind of thing. Okay. So there's it's really, it's a good energy field here because we're just striving to find our passions, and that's always a good ride. Okay, so as we go into the love and romance side of things, Aries, let's see where you're at. Okay, first card. Yeah. 12, the Hangman. We are strung up here. We are in a pause mode. We may not know intrinsically what to do about our love life here. Or, there may be a need to look at things different, or there may be a need at this time we are looking at things different. Next card, 3 of Swords. Now, this scenario. There's a man here that took another man out. Jealousies, right? We either are a part of this scenario where someone here is a third party, but one person has been taken out of the scenario. But we may have a picture here where instead of being, this man is taking this other man out, and the woman ran to that man, not to him. And that's the conundrum. It's like, well, you're supposed to run to me. You're not supposed to run away. But there's someone, a scenario was somewhat like this, where we may have had someone fight for our affections, but instead of running to us, they ran to someone else. Okay, this is the sense. Next card here, we have the 15, the Devil. Now, that is about being chained to something in a negative kind of way. It could be obsessions with someone. It can be the devil, right? She wears a mask, and can be about deceit in all its wonders, right? And the sense here is if we thought this person was going to run to us, then there was something that we didn't get there, right? Because they ended up running to the person that we wanted to take out. So something here that the Aries missed about the whole scenario, or like this could be you upon someone or someone upon you, okay? Something's missing here. We're not quite, not quite in the loop is the sense. And there's a third party here in question mark. Next row. Okay, on the Hangman energy, we get Lenormand. 1, a messenger. There may be a sense of being in stasis here in this romance. Maybe, we're just in a pause here trying to gather our bearings because things didn't go as planned, is really what I get here. Things not going the way we thought it would go. I feel this is the Aries energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. And it's like, wait a minute, they weren't supposed to take off. They're supposed to stay. And they're not staying. And this is not right. And this is the Devil energy, trying to make someone do against their will. This is. So now, going back to that Hangman energy, we get the Messenger on top of the Rider. And that is a messenger of great exciting news. Always on the on the ride of a rainbow here. It's about exciting triumphant news that is going to come forth to us in some kind of way, shape, or form. Now, it's leaving this scenario, so let's keep going. Okay, on top of this, things didn't go as planned card. We have 2, the luck of the draw. So even though things didn't go quite as planned, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. There may be something here that we don't quite understand, but it is for our highest good that it goes through in this way, is the sense. Even though it was a shock, like, wait a minute, the universe is going, just go with it. This is where the grace comes in. Go with it. This is your lucky strike. Move forward. Now, as we move on to the Devil card, what do we have there? The 6, the clouds. So this matches very well. This energy is like clouds that come over, the sun of the day and then dark of the night. So it's like something here, again, not quite seeing properly. Yeah, I want to go back to that energy of being tied and bound in a dark energy. And again, where's the Devil sit under this dark energy that we bring forth? Now, could we solve this scenario of what's gone on here? Again, it's a lucky strike for us, but our perspective is what's going on here, we want to create havoc. But what if we just let it, we get some information that really hinges on a decision here? Because of that, I feel like the Aries is not in favor of this decision. whatever it may be. But universally, it is highly aspected that we go through this because we need to be in a certain position the universe wants us to be to accept our highest good. The Aries does not understand this, does not know this. They figure they know more than universal energies. And they're going, we are going to learn this. Now, when the devil comes in here is when we think we know better than what our circumstances are unfolding to. And this is the dark cloud, because as soon as we start to fight what has come down here, and I feel like it's something that has come down, obviously it's a romance, something here that through us we did not expect it, but the universe is going, this is not for you, it's gotta go. And this is where we decide, if we're in devil energy, we're going to decide to fight. Oh no, it's mine, I want it and I'm going to have it. And the universe is going, we know down the road here this is not for your highest good, we need to let it go. And the Aries is going, no, I want it. This is the energy. Okay, as we move forward on the messenger, the news that will come forth. Again, the Aries is going to be quite excited whenever we have this. It is usually, I feel it's something that's going to bring us out of a stalemate, but it's also something that's going to be happily received by the Aries. Now, on top of that, we get the Six of Coins. That is about equal give and take. That is about giving everybody a little share, and everybody is equal. So there's a sense here that something's coming down information-wise where we will feel an equal part in some kind of way, because the Six of Coins, this woman is handing out all the little pentacles to each one of them, and nobody's going to be left out. So the sense is that this information here may clear up everything that we have questions about, and we may feel quite balanced and able to move forward in that way. Now, on top of the luck card, again, universally, there's something here that didn't go as planned, but the universe is going, we needed to understand this in a different kind of way. And on top of there, we get the Three of Swords. Isn't that interesting? This is showing me a woman escaping. Now, Three of Swords is usually about heartbreak. Now, it's interesting to me because we're kind of going on the fringe of there's something here I want, and it may not be for me, but I want it anyway, this kind of thing. This is about fleeing a situation, getting the heck out of there, and using it like, I feel like there's a chopper above going, pulling the rope, and she's kind of being lifted out of this situation. I feel like that's the lucky strike here. I feel like that's the scenario we don't quite understand, but it's universally a tower that may have fallen so that we can get out of things. Because the sense is there's a lot of energy that wants to get us out of this scenario, but we ourselves, for some reason, kind of we're going against reason here. Like for some, we're going against the smarts, like it makes logical sense. No, we're not gonna, I don't know why. Okay. There's the devil. So maybe that's why. We just, want to stir up shit here. The clouds is about challenges, dark clouds that come over. Now, what do we get to expand there? There it is. The tower falls because we cannot accept things as they are. We want to change them either back to the way they were or in a different way that we want for ourselves. And again, the universe is saying this is not for your highest good. Leave it alone, kind of thing. So as we go on to the Six of Cups, to expand there in the sex cards, what do we get? Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords is about a new relationship, a new energy in a new way. This heart has one little stab in the heart has a stab in it. One. Not many. There is one card that, it comes through, I think it's the Queen of Swords has it, because she's been through hell and back. There may be a new relationship here that may be opening up to us, where we may have to learn how to deal with another partner, or opening up to another partner in a different kind of way. Okay, next card, Three of Wands. What are we escaping? Five of Cups. Yeah, look at this woman. She's, yeah. Very much this man is at her foot going, please love me, da da da. And the pudding is behind him, symbolizing all of the emotions this man has for this woman. Feel like this is the Aries. Yet, if you look in the pool in the background here, there's a face right in front of, or can you really see it? You can't really see it. In front of that flame, there's a face melting away into, and she is looking into that. So someone from our past is having a hard time dissolving, so we can focus quite clearly on the person that is here. So there's an attachment, and that may be the thing. We may be attached to someone of our past, and we got someone new here, where new energy coming in, where this person has not hurt us, and we are focusing on this person of the past, and we are not able to give our full attention to the person in the future that we're meant to go to with all these loving feelings. Okay, now the Tower. Ooh, this is going to be heavy. Did I say heavy? I meant heavy. Oh, look at, okay, so here we go, Aries. Nothing is done in a way is soft here. So this is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is about final decisions, putting foot downs, this kind of thing. In this sex deck, this is about tying two people together, and it can also be about untying. I feel like it is both. We are untying from a past relationship, and there's a third person here that is God, if you will, or you could have it as Cupid or whatever you want there. There's a higher force wanting to bring two people together. I feel like that's this person the Aries is not paying attention to at this time. They've been distracted by things of the past. This may be the emotional turmoil. Now, because of this, the universe is putting down judgment. They are going to tie you to a new partner. Now, if this is not allowed to happen, if we cannot put the past in the past, we will get stuck there. We will. This one will move on to something new, and we will carry on with the partner that we have, and that will be the energy we kind of tie ourselves to. So you want to be careful at this time what we're indulging in. Because again, we were coming from darkness, or trying to go into light, trying to go to where we are of the least in pain. There's exciting new opportunities opening up. We need to kind of, the energy I'm getting is we'll go in those ways. Now, Casanova, what does he have to say? Fated partner coming forward. We may not be paying them the attention they deserve for the energy frequency they have, because we're focusing on the negativity of the past. Boom, there it is. Okay, on top of we'll go back to this one. The new energy, the new opening that comes forward. We have the Queen of Swords, talking about sincerity and responsibility. So this is someone laying down a boundary. No, was that the same? Give me a minute here. Some of these readings are blending together. Yeah, show you care. Yeah, there's a great pause here in being able to make a decision, but there's preparation in order to respect your boundaries. So again, very highly with this card, right? Respect the boundaries that you lay, because there's been boundaries laid here, and I don't know, maybe this is in this one as well, this one coming forward. The sense is he's not hurt us, he or she has not hurt us in a way that we've been hurt in the past. Okay, I'm going to move forward. Now, on top of this energy of, again, dealing with our past, she's leaning towards her past, but, there's something new here in her future. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, new opportunities. And the Ace of Pentacles is something physical that will come here. Give me a minute here. We are trying to escape a relationship, but we are somehow, it's like the Aries trying to get out of a relationship, but they're trying to go back at the same time. So I don't know why that is. They can't dissolve this relationship. They can't move on from it for some reason or another. Don't want to let go of it. Well, there's something in the physical going to come forward to help you, to open a door for you to be able to make that decision more clearly. Now, on top of the Judgment, which is heavy energy, universe trying to tie you to someone and untie you from someone else. We have the Temperance card, virtue, moderation, and calm. Now, if I remember, so the last Aries reading, we were talking about jumping into things. And the Aries wanted what they wanted, and they wanted it now. Remember the music. I had Queen in there. Yeah, this seems to be what hinges on our future. Now, the Tower is here. Now, the Tower could have fallen, and it could have the ability to fall in the future if we don't slow things down. Now, the sense here is we have an Aries who has a hard time going forward. They may have some information that they need from a past partner, so therefore are connected to that past partner more highly until that comes through, is the sense I'm getting. Neither one of these people, by the sounds of it, really wants to finalize this union. Like, they may both know, or maybe one knows and the other doesn't, and that's being held back, so we can't move forward. This is really what it is. These two people with the Aries, they just need to talk. They need to communicate and say, what do you want and what do you truly want, and come from a sense of honesty, and then we will gain progress. Okay, so back to her. On the responsibility here, I feel like the Aries has laid a boundary and said this has got to give, like, I'm going forward this way, da 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 da. Some kind of boundary has been laid here. On top of that, we get the dodecahedron talking about ascension and ethers and 12s. Okay, so we got 13 and a 12. Ascension is about growth, and ether is about those things like instinct that we don't want to tap into but are going to be a part of our life no matter, so we better get used to this. This is, there's a growth here that wants to come through the Aries energy field. I feel like the Aries doesn't feel like they've got all that they need intellectually to move forward. So that is what's hanging them up, okay? They either from the partner or, within themselves, they haven't settled on things. There's something here they can't quite do it. Can't quite go in a new direction. So on top of the acquisition gain, again, new opportunities coming forward to physically indulge in things or go forward in that way. Tetrahedron, talking about manifestation, fire element, and also about fours. Fours are about stability. When you have a table, there's four corners, very stable. All of them are stable to a high degree, but this is the base, the first one that becomes stable. This may be what we're looking for, stability in some kind of way here, where we're trying to manifest something of stability. Okay, and then on top of the virtue and the calm that we may need to go forward in, no matter what direction we choose here. Well, the sense is that we just have no ability to go backwards. So that other person either made up their mind or it just will not work because we have broken from this, and there may have been a Tower moment that had happened. We cannot go back, is what they said. Now, going forward, just temper ourselves. Just go forward gracefully. Don't just jump and run, like kind of like a bull in Pamplona here, where we're just going to head down anybody in our wake, The pentagram, fives, microcosm, earthly magic. Yeah, there's a lot of trying to manifest a great partner here. A lot of energy there. We may even be doing things on an earthly plane. Now, is this where the devil sat? Yeah. We might be trying underhanded ways to get what we want, and meaning we may be wanting to go backwards, and that may be why the Tower fell, in order to teach us that no, we cannot go here. We may not really want to go in the way of the universal flow, which is for our highest good. We feel that we know better here. Now, again, there's an energy here of a crossroads where we can go in a direction. We can go for, it's a very clustered energy that I'm feeling from the Aries. We are not really putting our heart in any direction here, but we're intellectually thinking, well, I can go there and I can get this there. And if I go there, I can get this there. And either way, we want to jump off in a direction, but we're just really in our mind haven't made up, because the universe is trying to cut the flow to the past. We have not decided to do that yet. We have not. And that is something we may be trying to manifest back. Now, this is a tipping point. This is going to, I'll give you a tip. This is going to hit another tower moment to make us realize something we've already realized already, but we're going against the grain, is the sense here. So be careful of that, because over this season into the new year, we could create that again. So if we know that, again, the Aries might be needing to know that a little more firmly, because the sense here is we've had a tower show us the way, but and introduce us to a new energy, but be careful of where and how you put it. Whether you go forward in this new energy and decide to give in a way to go in this way, be careful, take it slow, take it in moderation. And if we decide to go back, well, then just tower after tower will fall until we just we decide. They're going, that's okay. We will just keep finding shut doors where we go. And it will just not be pleasant, but this is what will happen. So, woo. Aries. There's your reading for the new year. For the, winter season, December here in Canada, and into February of 2022. Hopefully that helps you in some way, or at least see clearly. Sometimes you just don't know, oh, that's what it is. Okay, then we'll move forward in a different way. But the Aries can be quite stubborn in a way that they think, again, not using or utilizing our instinct in that way and not giving it the importance is really the highlight here. So anyhow, take care. Merry Christmas, safe travels, all of that. Hopefully you are with friends and families over the season. So take care, have fun, and be kind, and we will see you in the new year.